What is up, guys, and welcome back to another YouTube video as well as another episode of Tuesday Talks. If you're new here and you don't know what this series is on my channel, it's pretty much a segment where every single week I give you guys an in-depth look at my life, how things have been going, whether that's financially, career-based, physically in the gym. And I just want you guys to realize that I am a real person. I go through real struggles just like you. And I feel like a lot of creators don't show the inside scoop, I guess you could say, on their lives. I feel like it's really important when you're building a community to show you guys that inner lifestyle choice. And so that's kind of what I give you guys every single week with these Tuesday Talks episodes. So if you're new, welcome. And as far as this week goes, it honestly was a really good week when it comes to getting back to the basics and focusing on what I can control and how I can be a better person. Now, I made this entire channel in order to display how I want to become a better person every single day, as well as show other people that it is possible. Show other people that I have been in places in my life that are really tough and I've struggled through a lot of different problems, and yet I still make it out on the other side a better person, and I still try and become a better person every single day. And so this week was a really good week for that. I got back to the basics. I pushed myself in the gym. I didn't waste money on frivolous things. I didn't eat a bunch of junk food. I honestly just focused on making content for you guys as well. If you haven't seen any of my other content on my Instagram or my TikTok, as well as the shorts here on the YouTube channel, I really have tried to focus a little bit more on that. And over this past week, my frequency on posting has been a lot better, and I think that has tied into a lot of the reason why I feel more productive and back to my roots this week. Now, in terms of my career, as you can tell, I just got off work, and this past week has been increasingly stressful. I've mentioned this pretty much the past two Tuesday Talks episodes, but work is definitely starting to ramp up. We are about 1.5 weeks now from going what they call independent and getting out of the training group and being on our new teams. And in that aspect, a lot of the stuff has been up in the air. I've been told that I might get given an opportunity that is super rare in my company's history, and no one's given me any sort of confirmation when it comes to that. So that's something that I'm struggling with, honestly, is not knowing where I'm going to go in 10 days when everyone else that started training with me knows what team and what group they're going to be a part of when it comes to going independent. And so that's something that's a little up in the air right now. In terms of actual workload, though, I feel like I'm handling it well. I think the fact that I've been doing it now for a little over 2 months has really given me enough experience to feel confident in my work, a lot more so than obviously a month or 2 months ago. And so I'm kind of in a good place where I feel like there's a lot of opportunity for me here, and I do enjoy the people I work with as well as the actual work itself. So I'm looking forward to the future when it comes to my career. Now, moving on to another huge aspect in my life is my fitness. Like I said earlier, I didn't eat any fast food this past week, which was a huge improvement upon the previous week where I really did kind of let myself go for a day or two there, and I was battling a lot of cravings. I've kind of found a good workaround, I feel like, where if I'm going to overindulge in food, I'd rather it be food that isn't loaded in fat or sugar or anything like that, and I need to focus on not snacking as much. I feel like if I can hit those two targets, then I found myself in a good place every time when I go to bed, and I don't look too watery or I'm not gaining too much weight too fast. And so right now it's kind of about just figuring out that good number and pushing myself in the gym, which is something that I have been doing very well over the past week. I have had some crazy lifts. My leg days recently have been awesome, And then I'm also going to be adjusting my split a little bit. Normally I do a chest day, a back day, an arm and shoulder day, and then a leg day, followed by a rest day, and then I repeat that cycle. And so every single day is a different workout. Depending on the day of the week, it kind of rotates differently every week or every month. But now I feel like I'm going to try and put that rest day right in between those sections. So my goal is to do a chest day, a back day, and then a rest day, and then arms and legs, and then repeat the cycle. And I feel like if I do that, it'll kind of give my biceps and my triceps a little bit more time to recover before I hit my full arm day. Because I've noticed that my biceps are super tired or not as strong because I hit them, even though it's not directed towards my biceps. When you hit back workouts, you tend to get a little more bicep activation. And so if I do that back day and then an arm day right after, I notice that my triceps are relatively fine, but my biceps are noticeably weaker and I feel like they're not growing fast enough. And so I want to try and put that rest day right in between there so that I give my arms at least one day to kind of get back on track before I hit an arm day and then obviously proceed with legs. So that's kind of what I'm doing. Today is going to be the last day on my old split, and then I have a rest day tomorrow, which is Wednesday, and that's going to kind of restart the split. So that's the plan, and I'll definitely give you guys updates on how it's going. And then in terms of personal life, honestly, like I also mentioned earlier, I haven't been spending a lot of money. Things have been kind of well-rounded. I feel like in most of my personal life, I've been kind of just focusing on myself and enjoying the things that I've worked so hard to enjoy. Now that comes with, I went to the movies on Saturday and I saw a good movie and it was a nice time to myself. And then on Sunday I went on a good walk outside. Overall, I just kind of feel like I'm appreciating all the hard work I've put into a lot more. I'm realizing that I've given myself a lot of time to enjoy a lot of the fruits of my labor. Now that doesn't mean I'm becoming comfortable. It doesn't mean I'm going to give up on some of the things that I've worked so hard for, but it does mean like, hey, you've worked hard enough to earn a job that is Monday through Friday. And so now when it comes to the weekends like Saturday and Sunday, I don't have to work. And that's something that I never had when I was younger or in college. And so being given that opportunity because of the fruits of my labor, I want to actually enjoy those weekends and go see a movie and go walk outside and post content for you guys or meal prep and have all these good things that I've really worked hard to enjoy. And now it's allowing me to kind of enjoy that time. So in terms of my personal life, that's what the theme was this past week. And it's the theme I'm going to try and bring on going forward. I want to start reading more. I want to go on more outdoor walks as summer's kind of winding down. I want to see more movies, like pretty much all these things that are super fun and they might not seem super entertaining to you guys, but for me, it really is about enjoying all the hard work I've put into my life and realizing that I'm going to continue working harder, but at some point you do have to enjoy those little aspects. If you're always working yourself to the bone and you never enjoy the Saturday of no work that you have to yourself and you don't plan some things that you enjoy doing, then you're going to feel like you're always working. And that's not the goal of anyone. I feel like most people at the end of the day want to retire at some point. And so if you make it so your life feels like you're working 7 days a week, 24 hours, then you're never going to enjoy the fruits of your labor. You're never going to enjoy all the hard work you put in to your life. Sure, you might be successful, but you're not going to enjoy that success as much as someone that works 6 days a week and get to enjoy that seventh day every single time. And they still are successful and they still are productive, but they actually get to see that effectiveness. They get to see that success on that seventh day. So that's something I highly recommend for you guys, is to start realizing and being aware of your success and giving yourself some time to kind of process it, because that allows you to process the goals you've achieved and move forward and make new goals. Whereas if you're always working towards something and you never feel like you catch it, then I feel like it's easy to kind of get lost in the mix and you start slowing down on progress. But overall, this past week was a really good one. I anticipate moving forward and keeping a lot of the same themes in this next week, and surely I'm going to give you guys an update next week, and hopefully I can give you a very similar one next week. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's video of Tuesday Talks, or this episode of Tuesday Talks. And if you did, feel free to leave a like and hit that subscribe button and tune in for future videos. Obviously, I make videos every single week that are similar to this for my Tuesday Talks segment, but every weekend I also give you guys a more in-depth look at a specific topic that I feel like is really important in either the world or my life, or something that I think would truly benefit a large number of people. And so, for example, this past week I made a video on why I feel like all men should work out. And if you haven't seen that video, go watch it. I think it's a really important topic, but that's kind of how my channel is oriented. I give you guys a look into my life, and then I give you guys an overarching theme, and I give you guys my opinion on it, as well as my experiences and the reason why I believe so heavily in a certain opinion when it comes to that topic. So if that interests you at all, or you are interested in joining a community of people that want to become better people every single day, I strongly encourage you to join along, hit that subscribe button, and just remember to keep grinding, keep working hard towards your goals every single day, and make people remember your name. Peace out, guys. I'll see you in the next one.